Grand Thursday. This is Dee with Divine Nail. It is April 29th, 2021, 7:12 a.m. Interesting. 12. Um, ones and twos. Yesterday was threes and twos. We're continuing with this countdown. If you look at the astrology for today, it's all about ones and twos. We have in Sagittarius the North Node at 12 degrees and the Moon at 12 degrees, ones and twos. Then we have down in Taurus, we have Black Moon Lilith and Mercury both at 21, ones and twos in Taurus. And then the South Node is in Gemini at 12 degrees. It's all about ones and twos. The other thing is Neptune at 22 degrees in Pisces. So it's all about ones and twos today. On April 29th. And it's 7:13. Number of the goddess, 13. Wow. And I just noticed the timekeeper has moved to 13 degrees today, too. Okay. The timekeeper has moved again. Out of 12 degrees, which was 1, 2, and to 13. Okay, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out with the energy. Yesterday's reading was really bizarre. Grand Rising, Samuel. Yesterday's reading, I knew something was up with that reading, and so I did a secondary reading off of those cards that I posted on my Divine L channel for anyone interested in what those cards were telling me. They were being predictive about something. Yeah. It was all about the countdown that was happening, and it's still going on. Moving from threes to twos to twos to ones. Anyway, today, the Red Cross nurse. Notice, to me, this feels like somebody balancing on a tight wire to me. And that feels like all of us being in such precarious positions. Trying to maintain that balance, right? It's interesting because Miss Tamu brought up balance today too. But this is from 9 to 10 degrees in Taurus. Symbol number 40. It's weird because that Christmas tree from yesterday almost looks like it's right here. If you look at that there in the background, there's a triangle right here. And what feels like the ghost of someone here, like ghosts around, spirits. Watching this one walk the tightrope. Interesting energy. Let's see how it plays into the reading. But yeah, yesterday's reading was about much more than face value. Reading the cards, intuitively and using telepathy and other things, other cues that they give me is how those cards got read. And I knew they meant a lot more than what I was getting because I just kept feeling like a launch, you know? And it is. It's about some launches that are going on. So, Miss Dior, you'll have to catch one of the other live streams. Look at the title. This is not one of those. You'll have to catch one of those. So make sure you have your little bell clicked. But this reading could pertain to you that I'm doing. So stick around. Never know. Anyway, Thursday for the collective. We want to know what's going on out there for the collective. All about the twos and the ones today. That countdown's still ticking off. As of a few moments ago, I checked on Heavenly Harmony, the space station China put up. So far, everything's a-okay. News coming from there can be a bit slow, so we'll see. Right now, everything's a-okay, so I'm exceedingly happy about that because the reading was indicating things may not be a-okay. But the reading yesterday was definitely pointing at all the recent launches, including Eyes in the Sky. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But they were definitely pointing me that direction the past week or so, dealing with all the space activity, including a near miss by one of the Dragon missions with what they're calling space trash, but it looked like it might have been one of the small ships. So very interesting events going on up above us in the skies. All right. So for the collective Thursday, what can we expect to see for the collective? For the collective, all these ones and twos. Silence. Okay. That's a good thing. Let's hope. And the minute this dropped, I heard radio silence. Radio silence. Quiet contemplation, meditation. But I heard radio silence. It's really interesting, this card. The pictures really depict the as above, so below thing with the reflection here in the water. As within, so without. But I heard radio silence when that dropped. So we'll see how that plays into what's going on with yesterday's reading, too. Oh. That is a 17. Which comes down to an 8. Radio silence. Okay. Let's look at the overall energy for today for the collective, please. Overall energy for the collective, please. Overall energy for the collective. Yeah. I felt that one coming. The haunt. Okay. Highest priority for the collective, please. Highest priority for the collective. That's the tightrope walker right there. Highest priority for today for the collective, please. Highest priority for the collective. Oh boy. The Warrior and the Reaper. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? The Joyous One. Okay. Let's get that over just a bit. Underlying Magician. Magician. Card of Mercury, the Messenger. We got salt and sulfur, water. Salt, sulfur, and water. And some more sulfur, the shining flame right under that, and the ebony shield. This is yesterday's reading. It's an extension of yesterday's reading. I'm going to be doing probably an extension on this reading over on my other channel. I'll read the cards for what they are at face value for this reading right now. But if you want to know what's really going down, you'll have to watch the second video I put up. This is an extension of yesterday, no doubt about it. And it's about what's going on in the sky right now. Anyway, let's go at face value right now. Face value. The Magician, manifestation energy. As above, so below, like I said in this card just a few moments ago. Can't make that up. It's right here. Manifestation energy. And I have to ponder, am I manifesting this tightrope act that's going on right now? I don't know. But, yeah. The Magus. Key 1, Major Arcana. A lot of Major Arcana is going on. Underlying energy and highest priority. Key 1, the Magus. The Magus is the personification of creative thought. When this key appears to you, the call to action is exercising the powers of your mind, and you will achieve your greatest potential. The Magus appears to you now to help you manifest discipline and focus toward mastery over your own innate talents. Never forget, you have the capability to manifest your thoughts into reality. There we go. Are we manifesting what's happening right now? Possibility. As a matter of fact, it's a huge potential. That is the divinity in man and the powers embedded within the spirit. Embody the alchemist and transmute what is of little value to what is of great value. Invent and reinvent. Overall energy today. That's the woman on the tightrope. Anxiety. Cathedral of the Damned. 9 of Swords. The Haunt. And the shadowy figure in the background, right? That It's not fun energy to spend a day in, but it appears we might. That's the one walking the tightrope right now. That's the way I'm feeling. Don't know about you guys. Restful sleep eludes a figure who sits upright in bed, face buried in hand, in slight fetal position. The astrological glyphs of planets and signs stitched into the bedding signify the fate, circumstances, and consequences of your own action that you now lie in. This is also how you feel. You are haunted and bound by your fate. Behind the slatted wall of swords is a dark horned shadow. The shadow is the haunt. The background is the illusion of space. Oh, here we go with space. A seemingly endless, spacious, checkered room, emblematic of hermetic duality. Yep, duality, as above, so below, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That leads through the archway to an endless hall. As Aleister Crowley calls it, it is the cathedral of the damned. This is anxiety personified. Anxiety about what the future holds. Yeah, lots of that. Because at least for the moment, your perception of your present is bleak. And yet, what the imagery of the Nine of Swords card reflects back to you is that your perception is an illusion of space. You feel despair over the cruelty in this world, and you are not wrong. But you are wrong about your helplessness. We are manifestors, after all. The haunt is the hunting of our own past actions, our inner demons that we have not resolved, our regrets, and the actions we have taken both against others and against ourselves. The haunt is also your spirit ally, and an appearance during divination made by the haunt could be this beneficent spirit detecting malefic energies or psychic poison arrows in your vicinity and alerting you to such presence. Thus, the haunt is often assigned to conduct a full spiritual cleansing, banishing, and to engage in a more proactive shielding or personal protection rituals. But for us, I think it is our perception over the world around us and the despair of the cruelty. But yeah, it's just overall anxiety. But also it's about space and time. Very much so. And how we can affect space and time when you become a master of this card, the magician energy, manifesting our thoughts into reality. I know what I might be spending some time doing today. Highest priority, key 19, the warrior. That is the sun card. Master of the mystic light. Major arcana, key 19. The sun of the magi signifies competence and reciprocity. Here we see your consciousness expanding. The master of the mystic light appears to you when you are on the verge of confronting potential with reason and truth, through which you shall create goodness. Goodness is creation with purpose arrived at through reason and truth. Here is victory in the battles you fought for your own independence. You've broken all chains. You've detached yourself from that which had tried to control your will. And now your light shines freely out into the world. The warrior is also the spirit of fighting to protect others, fighting in service. This is success and glory you achieve not for yourself, but so you can be in the empowered position to help others thrive and grow. This is the spirit of heroic acts. Inscribed upon the warrior's gloves, Liberatus profundit omnia luce. Freedom floods all things with light, and luciet lux vestra, let your light shine. You are now liberated and triumphant. So liberation energy, perhaps liberating ourselves from the anxiety of the cathedral of the damned, perhaps. But for some of you, this is quite literally about your son. A child, for some. The Reaper, key 13, passage to initiation. Lucium Sycamore, follow the light. So shine like the light and follow the light. You're being guided through an initiation phase, and the suffering you experience serves a greater divine purpose. This Cathedral of the Damned, that kind of suffering, anxiety. A change that you know in your heart is imminent, but have been denying, is the change that you will face. The Reaper appears to you when the circumstances you face call for a gentle reminder. All is not fair to the human perception. You toil for the bread of life until sweat seethes from your brow, and yet that life will be taken away no matter who you are or what you have done. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That is the purpose and the absence of purpose to the human genesis. Endure through the difficult changes to come, and when those winds of change have settled, you will find yourself better for it. There will be a rebirth after this death. So that's the Phoenix Rising energy that I was picking up on yesterday with that Christmas tree. Right there, Phoenix Rising energy. And the star on the top of the Phoenix Rising. Yeah, this is definitely a continuation of yesterday. No doubt about it. And the 10 of Cups, 10 of Chalices, the joyous one. Completion energy. See, we have 13. The Reaper, Saturn just clicked into 13. 13 degrees. Paying attention to that timekeeper is real important, I have a feeling. Anyway, 10 of Chalices, the joyous one. The joyous one is happiness we have earned. This is the prognostication of spiritual fulfillment. Creativity becomes productivity, and productivity leads you on a directed path toward contentment. The glyph etched upon the large chalice in the foreground is the emblem of the Holy Womb of Hagia Sophia, or Holy Wisdom. The 10 of Chalices appearing before you signifies the appearance of God the Mother. The rainbow across the heavens is an omen, perpetual success. It's weird that we're talking about omens now, because yesterday, when I was talking about yesterday's reading, it started raining, the rainmaker, which is an omen. Yeah. Okay. The joyous one is an omen of fertility, and that which was in the figurative womb shall now mature and ripen into a great spiritual and emotional reward for you. When the Spirit appears before you, it reflects back for you to see how along your path you have developed your wisdom, your intelligence, and your agape love. The 10 of Chalices is an affirmation that your learned skills, intellect, and acumen have matured. The joyous one is the personification of wisdom attained. When this card appears for you, it's an affirmation from the Holy Spirit of your spiritual maturation. The card also can appear to remind you that you are complete, that your life and world is perfected and harmonious as it is right now, and that it's not necessary for you to pine for more. Bask in the blessings you've been given. Indeed. Blessings. If you think of your life as everything is complete and perfect just as it is right now, it makes things very easy. And it opens up manifestation energy. So the overall energy is this anxiety. And then the transformation energy of being in the sun energy, that is happy, joyous. It's the 10 of Cups. It's having your little kid out to play, and that transition from this energy to this energy, because you are the magician. That is what the cards say at face value, but that's not what they say. But that's face value for you guys. All right, for the collective. Anything going out on this reading for the collective? Sharing and a breakthrough. That feels very much like the highest priority cards today. Sharing and a breakthrough. This is very Empress energy, creative productivity, and abundance, creation energy. And then a breakthrough. That is what this signifies. Coming from here, being in our heads, to this transitional energy, key 13. Coming through that rite of passage, right? From out of this, it's kind of like going through that hall of the damned, out through the door and into the light, basically. Follow your light, shine like a light. Ta-da! Anyway, magnificent. But like I said, I believe these cards are telling me much more, so I may be doing another reading. I'm also going to do a reading because I want to keep track of that timekeeper Saturn for sure. And it just moved into 13 degrees. And that's what I get for letting the ball drop, because I've been trying to keep an eye on Saturn. Anyway, and it clicked into 13, number of the goddess. It's all about the ones and twos today. It was twos and threes yesterday. But it is about ones and twos. Because this breaks down to a 1. There's a 1. A 10, that's a 1. We got a 9 here too, though. Interesting how the numbers work. Anyway, I hope you all have a grand day. I'm going to further scrutinize this and possibly put up a reading, but it looks like some extension on yesterday about what they were talking about. Yeah, it's an extension of yesterday. Look at these cards. And you saw how many shuffles went into those cards this morning. Can't make that up. Anyway, have a grand day. And remember, come out of the cathedral of the dam, transitional energy into overwhelming joy and happiness. Okay? It looks like a good reading when at face value for the general population. Okay? Anyway, have a grand day. I'll talk to you later.